Schools in Korea are removing the regulations on students' underwear color. Eating a hot dog can take 36 minutes off your life, a new study suggests. And a man has died after using adhesive instead of a condom during sex. These are the weird stories for Wednesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian in Los Angeles. I'm Jonesy. Who are you? Schools in Korea are removing the regulations on students' underwear color. Schools in Seoul, Korea have begun scrapping the rules requiring students to wear all white underwear. This is happening in the face of some mounting criticism that such an underwear policy violates human rights. And I agree. Now, I'm very fortunate. I live in the United States, and we have a thing called the Bill of Rights. And within the Bill of Rights, there's some rights in there that I find extremely helpful. For instance, the right to go up to the buffet as many times as you feel like, all right? The right to have pineapple on your damn pizza. That's right. That's an American way. Also, the right to wear whatever color underwear you want or none at all. That's what makes my country so great. Everybody walking around with no underwear. Just free! Free balling! I don't free ball because it's uncomfortable, I find. I mean, around the house, yeah, but I mean, not out in the world. Is that TMI? Okay, back to the article about Korea. The Seoul Metropolitan Office of Education says there's been a total of 6 girls' schools that have removed or changed the dress codes that regulate the color of students' underwear and their socks. 25 more schools plan to do so by the end of the year. I have a question about this. How do they know they're wearing white underwear or not? Do they check their underwear when they arrive in the morning? That seems out of control. Are the skirts so short that it's just apparent what color underwear the girls are wearing? I'm just wondering, like, how does everybody know what color underwear everybody's wearing? Just very curious. Now, the office says 31 of the city's 129 girls' schools, which is about 25%, were found to still have these underwear regulations despite the efforts to remove them. South Korean schools' strict dress code policies, which had been implemented to strengthen students' focus on academics and create uniformity among the peers, have been at the center of criticism in recent years for harming students' privacy and breaching their basic rights, such as freedom of expression. In fact, in May, a youth group filed a petition to the National Human Rights Commission of Korea against 33 schools in Seoul for restricting students' rights to choose their own hairstyles and clothing as well. The number represented about 2.5% of the 1,300 or so elementary, middle, and high schools in the city. The hairstyles, that seems a little crazy, a little over the top to not allow your own, have a hairstyle of your choosing. I heard that they were on top of the dyeing of the hair especially. Like, you really had to have your hair very black at these schools. So no crazy colors, blonde, or you can imagine. I mean, I've been seeing, there seems to be a trend with young women and just going purple, blue, red. I mean, just over the top hair colors. I'm okay with it. But you can imagine in some of these more strict countries, they would not be okay with it. In places like this, you'll find that you'll get blowback if you happen to have a tattoo as well. So a lot of this, as you can see, is slowly changing. And I like to see that. Freedom of expression is something we should all have the luxury of. And this comes right down to the underwear freedom as well. If you want to just go digging deep in that underwear drawer for a pair that you haven't worn in a while because the color is so outrageous or the style is so revealing, well, that's your damn choice. Live your life, man. Guys, I have terrible news. Eating a hot dog can take 36 minutes off of your life, a new study suggests. 36 minutes is a lot. It's like another episode of Family Guy, one inning of baseball. Is it worth it? The article says, life tastes pretty good at any time you got a hot dog. But could those hot dogs actually be shortening your life? A new study suggests this is possible. This is research from the University of Michigan. Suggests that a hot dog should take 36 minutes off your life. Seriously, you might want to reconsider these barbecue choices. The University of Michigan suggests eating one hot dog takes 36 minutes off your life. Who's financing this study? It's just, I tell you, these scientists are just very bored. They've studied everything. Now they're going deep. They're like, what about a hot dog? How about you just find out what's in the hot dog first? I'd like to know that, because that's a big mystery to me. I have no idea what I'm eating. Lips, butts, dreams. What am I? The tears of cows. What am I eating? What is a hot dog made of? Porcupine eyelashes? I question it. The structure of it. Is it meat? How about you find that out first, scientists? The study here evaluated more than 5,800 foods, ranking them by their nutritional disease burden to humans. Wow, nutritional disease burden. Oh, boy. I bet you the hot dog was ranked pretty high up there, right next to crack cocaine, probably. Kidding. A beef hot dog on a bun resulted in 36 minutes lost. The study finds that it's largely due to the detrimental effect of processed meats. Wow. If that headline stresses you out, imagine what competitive eating legend Joey Chestnut thinks. Yeah, that's right, because Joey eats a lot of these things. I've actually met Joey Chestnut before. He came to my softball game in New York because two of my teammates were friends with him. The twins, shout out to Christy and Katie, and they spent the night after he won the hot dog eating contest. They went out drinking with him, stayed up all night. The next morning we have a softball game. All three of them show up wasted to the softball game. Joey Chestnut's included with the belt. He had the belt because he hadn't gone home. He was with the twins all night. That's just an anecdote I thought I would share. I don't know if it's helpful or entertaining at all. Just want to let you guys know I've been around. I'm very good friends with another competitive eater who participates in the contest every year, the Nathan's contest. His name is Crazy Legs Conti. Crazy Legs and I go back, way back. I'm really off track here. Where was I? Okay, here's a quote from Joey Chestnut. It's a quote from someone who's a dietitian named Christy. Oh, she's going to have terrible things to say about these hot dogs. By the way, if we're doing the math, what's 36 times however many hot dogs these guys eat? Like 80 or so average, right? 60? That's a lot of minutes. They do it every year, too. They're taking like a whole day off their life every year. These guys are really sacrificing when they do this competitive eating with the hot dogs. Jonesy, get to the story. You're really sucking it up today. Sorry, guys. Does he need to be worried that all of these hot dogs are just taking years and years off his life, this Joey Chestnut? Well, I think if you're eating hot dogs in a Joey Chestnut type of way, this could be a turning point in your life to maybe cut back a little bit. If you enjoy a hot dog once in a while, that's completely fine, completely fine. Everybody wants to have fun and have fun foods in their life. You know, that's part of enjoying eating. This is what the dietitian says. She sounds like she's the no fun police, to be honest. Look, you have to have a hot dog when you go to a baseball game. It's absolutely required. Okay, so that's probably 4 hot dogs a year for a lot of us right there. So that's about 2 hours. Okay, that's what's 2 hours? That's a feature film. It's a lovely evening of intercourse. For some of us, it's 2 hours. For some of us, it's 10 minutes. You know, it's it's up to you. No, it's not really up to you. Sometimes it's not up to you. Ooh, here's some stats about Joey Chestnut. He's eaten at least 1,094 hot dogs in the competition alone. That's adding up to almost 40,000 minutes off his life, or a total of 27 days. Oh, boy. I need to get at Joey and let him know that he needs to cut down. And how many is he eating during the practice sessions? Oh, goodness. And can we please find out what is in hot dogs? Does anybody know what's in a hot dog? Could you please call me and tell me? 646-450-2012 or email me funnyjones@gmail.com. The article ends on a positive dietary note. You'll be happy to hear that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich adds 33 minutes of healthy, happy living to your life. So I think you should just double fist it now. If you're having a hot dog at the same time, just balance it out with a PB&J, guys. Here I am, helping you live a happy, productive life. You're welcome, guys. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast.
Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
A man has died after using an adhesive instead of a condom during sex. In a bizarre incident from Gujarat, a 25-year-old man allegedly died after using an epoxy adhesive instead of a condom during intercourse. This dummy's name is Salman Mirza. He's a resident of Fatehwadi, Ahmedabad. He checked into a hotel with his former fiancée. As the couple was not carrying protection, they decided to use a strong adhesive to seal off Salman's private parts during the intercourse to avoid pregnancy, which became the cause of his death. This is so sad and so dumb and could have been totally avoided if you just had a brain. Although maybe in Gujarat there's very little sex education, so it may not be the fault of this guy, but I really think it is the fault of this guy at the end of the day. This is just tremendously foolish. Salman was found unconscious in shrubbery near the hotel. What the hell? How? But he... Wow, there's a lot to the story here. We need to unpack more of this. Why is he in the shrubs? How do you go from in the bedroom with an adhesive over your wee-wee, and now you're in shrubs dying? His friend Faraz found him and brought him home. Following this, he was admitted to the hospital where his condition deteriorated and he died. That's it? Just that? I mean, people have their penis cut off and they live. How did this kill him? Here's a quote from a doctor. The viscera samples of the deceased have been sent for forensic examination. We are waiting for the report to arrive. Okay, so you know nothing. It might not have been the glue on his penis that killed him then. It could be something totally different. His wife could have just killed him for being dumb and threw him in the bushes. That could be a thing. He forgot the condoms. She was like, I'm going to murder you. According to his acquaintances, Salman and his fiancée were addicted to a certain drug. Oh, okay. Maybe the drug was this glue, and maybe he was trying to just insert it in his penis, in his rectum, and in any orifice he had to get the drug inside him. I'm going to say something like that, maybe. You know, you've heard of the airplane glue getting you high. Maybe he was like, look, I inhale it. It's not doing the trick. I tried it up my butt. It's still not doing it for me. What if I put it in my pee hole? Maybe that'll be a strong reaction I'll get. And others are thinking that maybe this was his solution to not having a condom, but really it's drug addiction. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this story coming out of Gujarat. Give me some credit here, guys. This is a country I've never been to. I don't know how they behave. Okay. So they were intoxicated. Oh, they were on a drug when they decided to use adhesive instead of a condom. So they're blaming the drug. It doesn't say what drug they were on. It's got to be extremely strong to make you think that you could put glue all over your penis, and now that's the same as using a condom. The police officer investigating the case said, quote, they used to abuse a drug that involved a whitener and the adhesive, which is inhaled to get a kick. They used the adhesive to avoid pregnancy. Unfortunately, the adhesive damaged Salman's organs, and he died due to multiple organ failure. We investigated the footage of the hotel and saw Salman entering the premises with his ex-fiancée. Salman was the sole breadwinner for his family, sadly, which includes his elderly parents and two sisters. Look at, dude, you're the breadwinner of all these people, and you're doing hardcore drugs and putting adhesive and other chemicals in your pee hole. Dude, well, he's gone now, but I mean, what are you thinking, man? This is a very sad story, and I mean, I've tried to make light of it, but really, there's nothing to make light of. This is a disturbed individual who makes bad decisions in life. 25 years old. These young people, they're just silly. Silly. This is probably something he saw on a TikTok video. Have you guys done the epoxy penis challenge? I mean, this is what you get in the world right now. You get just idiocy, and, the idiocy's spreading around. Other people are picking up on it. It's like a bad disease of some sort. It's spreading like a pandemic, this dumminess. This is one of the strangest stories ever. And I don't know if I did a good job delivering it. If you unsubscribe, I totally get it. When you get caught listening to Weird AF News. I know it's crazy, but it's news. I'm just having a good time, guys, you know. Can you tell Daddy's overly caffeinated today? Can you? Oh, thank God I don't have children. It would be out of control. I turn into a monster, man. I want to give a shout out to Gina from Golden, Colorado. She says, "Hey, Jonesy, I'm listening from Golden, Colorado. Just thought this would be Weird AF newsworthy. Have a wonderful day." And then she sent me a great article. So big shout out to Gina from Golden, Colorado. Isn't that where they make beer? I feel like I've heard Golden, Colorado mentioned in many a beer commercial. Those damn PR people, they've infected me. I'm sure Golden, Colorado is a lovely place. So big shout out. Another shout out to Michael, my guy Michael Platzer, bought me some coffee. Michael Platzer bought me coffees, which you can buy off my website, weirdafnews.com. Check it out. Just click on the little banner that says Buy Jonesy Coffee. It's pretty easy. If you can read, Michael Platzer said, 2 thumbs up on the Christopher Walken impression. And I appreciate that you appreciate my Christopher Walken impression, because I don't think it's that great. I think it's just a maybe average Christopher Walken. I mean, I know people, well, I'm friends with a lot of comedians, and a lot of them can do impressions much better than me. And I've heard many a very good Christopher Walken impression. I think mine falls short of that, but it's just fun to do. It really is. Christopher Walken is one of our most adorable American icons. He's right there with Bill Murray. I would vote for either of these guys for president in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about it. And if Christopher Walken was here in the closet with me, I think he would say something on the lines of, "Guys, if you haven't written a review of Weird AF News, please consider writing one. Be very helpful to Jonesy, because he's got so many shitty reviews lately. So write a good one if you like it."